everyone. Welcome back to Wimpy Studio, and today I have another episode of this Wimpy News show. I guess I'm going with that name. It's the best I could come up with. But I have a few announcements for you guys about things that have happened this past week, and the reason why I didn't do one last week was there was just really no announcements that pertained to anything to be exciting. It was a pretty dull week when it came to announcements and renewals and just TV show and movie news in general. But there were a few things this past week, so I'm going to kind of get into them. So, for starters, we have Heartland got renewed for a season 20. Shocker, I know. The longest running CBC series is continuing with their 20th season, and I mean, it's not surprising. This show, it has massive success. Even through all the changes that they've had, it still maintains a massive fan base. Very popular, especially with people on Netflix. That's where they get most of their viewers, is just when the seasons are added on Netflix. That's where I started watching. I'm outside of Canada, so I just basically just watch it when it's on Netflix. That's how I got started with it, me and my mom. But yeah, they got season 20 coming out, so I kind of thought maybe they would announce season 20 as the final. That was kind of where I thought what I thought would happen going into it. I mean, 20 seasons is just like a natural ending point of the show. They're almost at 300 episodes. It felt like the time to like conclude stuff, especially because it seems like they're moving towards Amy getting remarried, and that just seemed like a natural ending point to the show. But I was always of the belief that when it's the final season, they'll announce that it's the final when they renew it. They're not going to like cancel it after the season's already over. That's just not the way a long-running show like that would be handled, in my opinion. I think they know, I don't know, I think they care about their fans enough to say when it will be the final. And considering they didn't say that season 20 would be the final, I'm pretty confident that it will continue to go on for however long Amber wants to do it. And once she doesn't want to do it anymore, I think they'll just end it. And right now, she seems perfectly happy with it. And yeah, so I'm gonna watch it. I'm excited. My interest in it has definitely gone downhill. Honestly, since Ty died, if I'm being honest, my interest has definitely waned a bit. But it's still a decent show, all things considered. They did a great job, I think, handling Ty's passing, and the storyline now is good, just not my favorite. But we'll see. I like Amy and Nathan enough, so I think there's definitely a lot of directions that the show could go in with their relationship. But I just don't think it has the same enthusiasm. I don't have the same enthusiasm for the show that I once did, and it's on its 20th season. What else do you expect? But I'm still going to keep watching it because it's a comfort show. It's something my mom and I like to watch together. Same with When Calls the Heart, but When Calls the Heart has definitely still has captured my attention overall and my interest, and Heartland just hasn't really done the same. And Heartland is just a different type of show. It's different. They're both good in different ways. But that's kind of my thoughts on Heartland. If you're a Heartland fan, let me know down below what you think of the season 20 renewal announcement. It's going to come out this fall with 10 episodes. So yeah, the next thing I want to talk about, this is pretty big. They announced that Off Campus season 2 is going to focus on Dean and Allie's relationship, and it's going to focus on book 3, titled The Mistake. So being totally honest, I started book 1, The Deal, which focuses on season 1 and Hannah and Garrett's relationship. I started it. I still have quite a bit to read in it, but I'm enjoying it so far. I binged season 1. You can check out my recaps. I posted those last week. I made 3 recaps for it. 1 for the first 2 episodes, and then 3 through 5, and then 6 through 8. So you can hear all of my thoughts on the show there. But I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's a massive success. It's the 3rd most watched debut season of a show on Prime Video. Only 2 coming in front of it is The Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power show, and Fallout. So it's very popular. It surpasses Samurai Pretty, which they're both book series. But if I'm being honest, I hadn't heard of the Off Campus book series before I watched this show, or the show got announced. I had not heard of it. And I hadn't even been keeping up with Off Campus, like the news of the show. It kind of went under the radar because I don't think people were expecting to like it as much like before it came out as to when it came out, and it became such a huge success. Everyone was talking about it, and they wasted no time in announcing that Dean and Allie would be the focus of season 2. And they start filming tomorrow, Monday, June 1st. So I think they're going to try to do another, probably summer 2027 release. I mean, I think the show did so well too, is that it came out right at the end of the school year, right when summer was starting. So it's like the perfect show to like hop into summer with. So I have a feeling they're going to try to maybe drop it in May again next year, maintain that, because that's a great spot for a show to be. Right at the beginning of summer, people don't usually have plans right off the bat, so you can sit and binge a show. Perfect time for a show like that to drop. But I know that the second book of the Off-Campus series actually focuses on Logan and Grace's relationship. We have not met Grace yet in the show, but it seems like they're changing the order of it a bit. They're going to be flip-flopping, or we don't know exactly yet, but the main guess that I've seen online is that they're going to Season 2 is going to focus on Dean and Allie, and then they're going to introduce Grace and have her and Logan's relationship kind of start, and then lead into Season 3 where they will be the main focus. Sorry. So, and that's kind of what they did. Dean and Allie were like a secondary relationship in Season 1, and then Season 2, I think Logan and Grace will be a secondary relationship, along with Hannah and Garrett. I still think they'll have a bit of a storyline. So I think we'll have like 3 couples, but the main one will be Dean and Allie. And I mean, it makes sense. You already established their relationship with how Season 1 ended. I'm like, there's no way they're not going to be doing a Dean and Allie focus for Season 2. And I'm all for it because I think they have great chemistry. They look great together. I'm intrigued with the storyline with Hunter. If there's a love triangle there, I hear there's not a love triangle in the book, so that will either be an added addition to the show, or maybe they ended it off with like a mislead to make everyone think there will be a love triangle, but there's really not going to be. We'll have to see what happens though. I got all the rest of the books on the interlibrary alone. I asked my mom to get the other 4, so I'm going to read those probably this summer. Will be my goal to get through all of them, and my hope is to do a book review of each one. Go ahead and do that as I go through, especially because there is such big success with the Off-Campus series right now. I feel like people are going to be talking about it all summer. I mean, people are still talking about heated rivalry, and they keep comparing the shows, and I still don't understand why, but I do plan on sometime this week doing an Off-Campus versus heated rivalry, which is better, is kind of my thing, because I just don't understand why people are comparing it so much. I mean, just because of hockey, but the way they tell hockey storylines is so much different in each show. But I still might do a which is better just because of people comparing the two, but we'll see. So maybe look out for that this week. But very excited to read the 5 books. Again, I started the first book and I'm enjoying it so far, and very excited for Season 2 for them to dive into the Dean and Allie romance. So, moving on, Sweet Magnolias has an announcement. The season comes out next Thursday, June 11th, and they officially confirmed that Carson Rowland, I don't know how you say his last name, but he will not be returning as Ty Townsend in Season 5, which people have been speculating. He didn't show up in the trailer. I guess the actor didn't post anything about the renewal of Season 5, nor did he post the trailer like a lot of the other actors did. So it wasn't looking too good for him to be in it, and it turns out he's not going to be in it. And Annie's going to be moving on. Apparently, she might have a love triangle of sorts in Season 5, so her character is just moving on from the tie of it all, which a lot of fans are upset, saying that this ruins the show for them and they're not watching Season 5 because of it. And I mean, it's completely understandable. I don't think the creators realized how big the Ty and Annie fan base is, and how that is basically like 90% of their base for their show are people who will only watch for Ty and Annie. I don't think they realized that until it was too late. I think they realized, like, oh crap, like at the end of Season 3, like, what have we been doing? We've dragged this out so long. We spent way too much time on her and Jackson's relationship. Now let's get them together. And then Carson, the actor, was probably like, I kind of want to do other things. I did hear he's a new dad, so I think that's probably part of the equation too, is that he's just has family stuff going on and that he can't commit to himself to the show. So he decided to rush a relationship, only for them to just kind of break up at the end of Season 4. Or they didn't officially break up, but it wasn't looking too good. And then for him to just leave in Season 5. So I think they completely fumbled their relationship. Very upsetting to me. But I like Annie's character a lot, so we'll see what they do with her and see what journey she goes on after Ty, what that looks like for her. I don't really want to see a love triangle for her. We already kind of saw that with Ty and Jackson. I would prefer for her just to have a new relationship. I would also be fine if she just were single for a season. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We haven't seen her be like single since season one, and I think that would be nice for her to have that journey. But it's a show about romance. Every character has a romance. That's one of the things I don't like. I think it would be okay for some characters just to be single, and really the only one that's not single is Peggy. Like I have like a major character, but whatever. I I'm not surprised that he's not going to be in season 5, but I understand why people wouldn't want to watch it, because what else is there? I mean, I know there's people who like Helen and Eric and might want to see them get married. That's kind of why I'm mostly watching. I want to see Helen get her happily ever after. But beyond that, I don't really care about any of the other storylines. The trailer looks okay. I'm kind of iffy on it. It doesn't look terrible. Some of the stuff looks interesting. I mean, I'm mostly going to watch for the wedding, and I do think Maddie's arc about her job in New York, I think that could be a potentially interesting storyline for her. And they fixed Cal's hair, so that does wonders for their relationship. He actually looks really good, thanks to that haircut. But yeah, I'm still going to watch season 5, but it is upsetting to hear that Ty is not going to be in it. And I really did enjoy Ty and Annie, the little time we got with them. Even how rushed it was nice for them to have a few episodes of just being happy together before shit turned to the fan. But the last thing I want to talk about, very, very brief, just to end it off with something fun, is they announced the Minecraft movie sequel is called Minecraft Movie Squared. Yeah. So I don't know what to think about this, guys. I didn't care for the first one, but I know a lot of people really enjoyed it. There is a massive success following it. Like a lot of people enjoyed it way more than they thought they would. I wasn't one of those people. I understand the appeal to kids. I don't see how adults would be into it, but I mean, it could be one of those shows that, or one of those movies that if you're a parent with kids, you might have just found more enjoyment out of it as opposed to like an older teenager. That's one of the problems, is that a lot of like movies just aren't really catered towards teenagers anymore. They're either catered towards like adults or kids. Teenagers often get missed out, often get left out in movies. They've really focused on television shows for teenagers, it feels like, or adults. But I mean, and that's fine. But I probably won't enjoy the second one, considering I didn't really enjoy the first one. But I mean, they're doing a sequel, so I mean, there was a massive following from it. A lot of people really enjoyed it. I didn't care for it all that much, but it was better than I expected. There were some funny parts. There were some actually like a decent message in it. I did enjoy some of the Minecraft moves that they threw in there. So, but yeah, those are kind of my main announcements. Heartland getting renewed for a season 20. Off campus revealing season 2 will focus on Dean and Allie, and that season 2 filming starts tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to seeing those behind the scenes posts. And then Ty is not going to be in Sweet Magnolias season 5. And then the Minecraft movie, they announced the sequel for it. So kind of a variety of announcements there. But let me know down below what you think of all of that. And I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everyone.